Good morning, everybody. I'm Coach Tom. Welcome to my channel, Creating Your New Reality. I'm a self-actualization coach. What that means is that I help people cultivate, develop, and then express their true authentic selves in the areas of their relationships, their personal development, and their careers. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, today, I wanted to be very real with you and talk about something that I'm in the middle of dealing with. It's happening. It's real. And I had some, I guess, words of wisdom come to me while I was sitting with my morning coffee, visualizing the kind of life that I plan on having and all that. Number one, I want you to realize that when bad things happen in your life, don't stop doing the good things that are getting you someplace. Don't stop with your morning prayers, your morning meditations, your morning processes. Whether are you scripting, are you visualizing, whatever you're doing, your morning yoga, your morning exercises, whatever you are doing now that's propelling you. When the shit hits the fan, when bad things happen the day before, when you wake up, do the good things that you've always done. Don't sit and wallow in things. That's never any good. I used to be the kind of guy that would just wallow in the bad things, and one bad thing would literally ruin an entire month, a year, a decade. I was that type of guy, not going to lie. But anyway, here's what's going on. So, I've been divorced for a couple of years, and I get a call out of the blue from a mutual friend of my ex's and mine, and I find out that she needs to put, the dog that we had, needs to put him down a bit later today. He's very sick, and it sounds like it's the right thing to do. It's time. He is up there in years and all that. So, but the problem is he's way over on the other side of the country. So before he left a couple months ago, I got to say goodbye to him and all that good stuff. So I'm comfortable in that. But the downside is that my dog is going to be no more here before too long. So I guess what I want to say is, losing a pet is very difficult. And I know non-pet owners sometimes look at pet people as, well, you're all crazy. You think they're your kids or whatever. Well, you know what? When you have something in your life that you flow love to unconditionally, and it flows love back to you unconditionally, that's a good thing, okay? Not everybody has that. You don't often get that with human beings. So we have that with our animals, and there's that bond. And it's the grief that happens and the recriminations. Oh gosh, did I spend enough time with it? Well, why did I have to work so much? Why did I take my bad day out on my dog the other day? All those things. It comes back. So what I did last night was I did talk to my ex, and there were tears, and we cried and all this, and talked to the dog through the phone, said goodbye again, all those things. I know you can all relate to this. So what I did was I made ceremony last night. I do a lot of work with Native American animal medicine, power animals, that kind of thing, animal totems. So there are certain things that I do that help me relate to my world through animals. It helps me relate to animals themselves. So in ceremony, I actually just communicated with the grandfathers, the dog spirits, and I worked on paving the way so that my soon-to-be ex-dog is going to be, when he transitions to non-physical, he's going to have a good time over across the Rainbow Bridge and all that. So I know it's really woo-woo and things, but I felt I had to do that. And maybe one day I'll make videos on the animal totem stuff. I know there's a lot of interest in that. But where I'm really driving this bus, okay, is I want you to not neglect the spiritual. When the bad things happen, when you have a tragedy, when you get a setback, when you get knocked in the fucking teeth, okay, don't neglect talking to the universe. Don't neglect even your ancestors. I lost my mom when I was 23. Okay, I lost her to lung cancer. I'm 53 now. Do you know that there are times that I still talk to her? And it took a long time, but I feel I'm getting answers now. Don't neglect that. If you have an elderly relative that passed on, that transitioned to non-physical, go ahead and talk to them. Write them a letter. All these things, it's there for you. It's all connected in consciousness. So again, when bad things happen, don't try to tough it out. I know that, look, I'm a human being, okay? After I got off the phone with the ex, I went home and I drank more beer than I should have on a weeknight, okay? Sue me. But again, I also worked on the spiritual things. So I'm just encouraging you that when the bad things happen, lock onto the good things. Don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect your spiritual side, and work on you. It's okay to look for that next best feeling thought and climb higher up on that emotional scale and do things to make yourself feel better. It's really okay. And all we have to remember is, when our animals die, they just transition to non-physical. They are where the spirits of those animals go. They're romping around. They're having a good time. They're not broken anymore. They're not in pain. No more cancer. No more feline leukemia, whatever they got. They're happy, okay? And they won't forget you, I promise. You'll hear them. If you listen, you'll hear them. Sometimes I hear old dogs I used to have. I live in the house I grew up in, and I hear every noise this house makes, and I can hear the footsteps of the dogs I've had growing up walking across the floor when I'm in my room, closing my eyes before I go to sleep. So if you stay connected to them, they will stay connected to you. Anyway, hope it's not too much of a downer today, but I really wanted to share this. So thank you so much today. I want you guys to be blessed, and I want you to be self-actualized. Mostly, I want you to be yourselves. I love you guys, and have a great day. Bye-bye.